underneath the documents menu here, I've actually structured my document menus based off of phase, but to your point around working off the wrong set of drawings, if I go to my issue for construction set and click on the drawings area, you'll notice the version number. So when the architect is uploading new versions of documents and they push it up into the system, it's automatically going to keep track of that version number. So when you add new documents, the contractor, when they click on this document or download the folder, will make sure they're always working off the latest set of plans. And then you can confirm that by simply going to the history and seeing who's opened which version. So it puts an audit trail for that so that you know what's occurred when it comes to that from a version control standpoint, right?
Absolutely.
Now, if I'm looking at some file types that we've added recently that are available to be edited within the tool, one thing you'll notice here, if I open this particular area up, you'll notice in this example, I have an initial scope list where I can actually go in and edit this Excel file. So if I open up this particular document, it's going to load this Excel viewer within Projectmates. And so what we've added is a couple different application connectors between these different areas. And so we can see this particular area is a load where I can actually make changes, save, and then close it, and it's going to make changes to that particular document. One other area here is you'll notice the Word file editor. So I can actually go into a Word document, make some changes to that particular item. So let me just put in another change to that document. I can save that function and then close the document. And you'll notice right here, it's just moved the version number of that particular file to version number 17. So it automatically will push up a new version of that document when you're done editing it in the Word file. And that's really, in a lot of ways, to prevent you from having to download, make changes, or re-upload, just from a usability and a convenience standpoint.
Yeah, it just reduces overall friction, right? You want the users to be able to use the software as easily as possible. And most of the time, yeah, it's like you said, if a project or a document has to be updated, it's receiving the document, downloading the document, editing the document, resaving the document. And there's just a lot of room for that document to get misplaced, but also for the wrong file to be uploaded, the wrong version. So again, this just keeps everything in one place and it reduces the friction for the users.
Absolutely. So for those folks that are using this tool today, they are aware that we have a feature within the tool to be able to view, markup, and edit PDF documents, right? So essentially from this little edit icon, I can pull up the document and make modifications in terms of markups to the tool. And we've made some changes recently for being able to see those changes within the tool itself and be able to make markups, as well as using this search capability, even search within a document for specific text if it is, if that PDF is structured in that way. But one of the other areas that's important to recognize, I think, is around the concept of the 2D and 3D CAD and Revit models or BIM models. So in a lot of ways, this tool is dedicated to the folks that are, maybe tired of having to purchase a different suite of software just to view certain file types. So you could view a PDF in the application. You can now view and edit Word and Excel documents. And also within the product here, you'll notice I've got a couple different file types. So I've got this particular 2D CAD drawing, this DWG file, and I can click on this little edit icon and be able to see this CAD drawing right within Projectmates. And so that could be a situation where you're maybe zooming in and out of the CAD drawing, measuring things between different distances, even a layer manager. So if I wanted to turn different elements off and on this particular item, I'll be able to do that through the tool. There's even some lightweight markup capabilities, being able to actually add markups to this particular 2D CAD drawing, as well as taking a screenshot of that CAD drawing if you need to send that to somebody else. So there are markup capabilities directly, in Projectmates without having to download this CAD drawing, open it up in some sort of CAD viewing software, which a lot of our owners don't necessarily have that to be able to take advantage of reviewing these different things in a device like Projectmates.
Yeah, really this feature is a feature that is important throughout the entire life cycle of any construction program, starting with, design and development all the way through the construction and closeout itself. During design, owners can, take a peek inside the project. They can fly through the 3D model, and if anything looks to be off course, it's easier to course correct it than having to, again, get in a car, go to a job site, look around. And also, even during, the construction phase, it reduces having to print plans, ship plans, make hand comments. The GCs and subcontractors can go in at any point and look at the plans and always know that they're looking at the right version.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned the 3D model. Let's take a look at that for a second. So if I go in here and open up this 3D model, basically what I can do here is click on this model here, and it's going to load it here on the center panel. So from here, I can actually rotate the model. I can zoom in on the model if I need to. And again, just like in the 2D CAD file, I can actually turn different elements, on and off. So let's say I want to remove the walls from this particular area. Again, you have the ability to comment on those particular drawings. In fact, you notice I have one here where I've stated that this particular item needs to be fixed. But one thing that you can also do, and I think this is kind of a neat function, is to be able to walk the model itself. So for example, I'm drilling in and walking this model without the walls. So let's turn the walls back on so I can see what it looks like. I can use this to, see the distance between spaces, measurements. There's even the ability for you to kind of explode the model so you can see it kind of extracted from itself. And so this becomes pretty useful from being able to, be able to interact with that model before that particular project is built. And I think this would be also very helpful from a client perspective in terms of screenshotting and other things that are available within the tool. But that becomes, pretty useful from that standpoint.
Absolutely, and the fact that everyone has access to it, you can all be looking at the same model or floor plan at the same time, just reduces the unknown of, what everybody's looking at. We all know that we're viewing the same file.